Jen? We need to talk.
No, get out.
I know what this is, Al. And I'm not gonna let you do it.
Jen, we have a problem.
You told Al about the wedding?
I know, it was stupid.
Jess, what were you thinking?
Al's my friend. I thought he had a right to know that he and Jen are completely over.
Yeah, but Al's also crazy when it comes to Jen. He could do something dangerous.
It really does sound like a warning, doesn't it?
Heed the messenger. The messenger is never far away. You do not know the day or the hour, but the messenger will return, and on that day there will be retribution.
Retribution?
Yeah, I know that Mitch hurt you, Viki, and I firmly believe that he's responsible for you not knowing that you gave birth to twins, but he's dead. He can never do anything to hurt you or your daughters again.
Sweet Natalie, your life is going to turn around. I promise. Soon you're going to have everything you want.
Get the hell away from me. Al has my diary.
This is between me and
Well, I mean, if he... I wrote about Al being your baby's father.
Right, I stopped your wedding, so you want to stop mine. That's pretty...
I should walk out there in front of all those people and read this aloud so Christian can hear it. You want me to do that? Because I will, unless I hear you say it right now. I'm the father of that baby.
Okay, fine. You're the father of the baby.
You have the courage to question me. Natalie, I admire that.
I should have never listened to you.
Blind belief is for those who can't think for themselves. You are fiercely independent. You've had a hard life, and hope doesn't come easily to you.
Hope is a waste of time.
And yet, as a child, you were filled with hope, weren't you? That tomorrow would be better. That you might get a new doll, or your mother would love you. That the other children would stop making fun of your hand-me-downs.
How did you know that?
And now, what you love most in the world has been taken from you.
Christian.
Hope always lets you down. No wonder you question me. But if you will stay, Natalie, just a short while longer, I will prove to you that it is truly, finally your turn. Tomorrow you will have everything that you have ever hoped for.
Cassie. Oh my God, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for coming.
I am so sorry about Ben.
Thanks. It's been really, really hard.
Bo told me everything that's happened about your daughters.
Oh, please.
I can't even begin to imagine what you've been going through.
It's been horrible. And one of my babies was stolen right after she was born, and I didn't know it because I didn't know she existed. And then Allison Perkins went and switched. Cassie, so many lives were changed, and I don't know how or why.
I hope I can help.
So do we. Why don't we sit down?
Can I get you something?
No, I'm fine. Thank you. No.
So what can you tell us about Mitch Lawrence?
Well, first of all, what does Mitch have to do with Viki not knowing you were carrying twins?
The doctor that delivered Viki's babies was a member of Mitch's cult.
Oh, my God. Who was it?
His name was Balson, Dr. Walter Balson.
I don't remember the name.
There's a picture of him here in his obituary.
He's dead.
Yes, unfortunately, everyone that we thought would be able to provide us with answers is dead. That is our problem. That's why we're so hoping that you can help us.
Sorry,
See, this doctor's name was on a list of cult members. And then before we found that, we were going through some of his private files, and we found the sonogram that showed the twins.
Which he never showed me.
And we also found out that Mitch Lawrence arranged it so that Viki would drink some doctored up tea when she was pregnant. And we don't know what the effects of that were because it's just too long ago. So what, now we're stuck with a bunch of like pieces of a puzzle. We just don't know how they fit together.
So this is where I come in.
Yeah, see, you were there, so we think that if anybody can give us an idea of what Mitch was up to, it's you.
He was so secretive. Obsessively so. You only knew what he wanted you to know.
Yeah, but other than Dorian, you were the last person to see him alive. So, if he knew the end was near, maybe he slipped up.
Cassie, we're just hoping that you might remember something, anything, even if it seemed totally unimportant way back then.
Just think back, Cassie. Did Lawrence ever say anything about his plans or his motives, anything strange near the end of his life?
Oh, it was so long ago. I mean, it feels like another lifetime.
Well, I know how that feels. It seemed that way to me, too. But, look, something happened back then. Something that changed my family forever. And I'm, frankly, desperate to find out what it was.
It was awful. I mean, especially right at the end, just before Mitch was killed. I mean, he knew he was out of options. He started spinning out of control.
Well, out of control in what way?
He was irrational. He was unpredictable. He was moody. He was like a cornered animal. He would do anything he could to save himself. His eyes, they were insane.
Cassie, look, I know this is hard, but did Lawrence ever say anything about Viki or about her daughters?
Yes. Yeah, wait a minute. Yes, he did.
The woman he wants,
The man I'm in love with and who loves me is marrying someone else tonight.
but another man can.
You and Christian were never meant to be.
I don't have anything left to believe in.
Believe in me.
You're all I have.
One life to live, ready for more.
Say.
On the night that he was killed, Mitch was planning to disappear because you were working against him. And he didn't say anything specific, but he kept saying it, that he knew something that you didn't know. How whatever became of him, something was going to happen to Viki. We talked about that, remember, after his death?
Yes, but I always thought he was referring to the drug that he had given me. Because we were so concerned that something was going to happen to Jessica before she was born. But then when she was born healthy, I forgot about it. I mean, I never really worried much about his threats anymore because he was dead.
Oh, Viki, I'm sorry. I wish I had something more to say.
That's all right. It's okay.
There's one more thing. You and Mitch were close, right?
Well, in a matter of speaking.
All right. Do you think that he was capable of masterminding this whole baby switch before he died?
More capable than Allison Perkins ever was, absolutely.
Why would he do something like that?
Because he hated Viki. He was convinced that you were the one who turned Tina against him. He was unbelievably bitter about that. He practically spit when he said your name.
Yeah, well, Tina was completely under his spell. She thought she was in love with him. She wouldn't hear anything negative about him. Thank God she finally came to her senses.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah, she got out just in time.
Well, you're the one he could never get to.
Oh, no.
I mean, he lived for control. He had to have it, and when he didn't, he was deadly.
You had enough of that stuff now? You ready to make love now? Instead of war? Oh, did I hit you a little too hard? Oh, honey. I know how to bring you around. You better wake wake up for this, Cassie. I'm gonna wake up, sweetheart. This is gonna be the best you ever had.
Cassie, I'm sorry. I know he hurt you, too. And I'm so sorry to put you through this.
It's okay, Viki. I mean, talking about it kind of makes it seem a little less painful. The thing I remember most about Mitch was that you could never predict his next move. And it was always so much more horrible than you could ever imagine.
Hey, don't upset yourself.
No, Bo, you didn't know him. He was evil. And he was also very attractive and very charismatic. And if he wanted to control you, he could be very charming. Or terribly violent, and he could bounce back and forth between the two in the blink of an eye. I mean, Mitch Lawrence would do anything to get what he wanted.
Will you let me prove to you that your life will be all I know it will be?
I thought that being Vicky's daughter was going to change everything. Finally be happy. And all those bad memories would just melt away. But now things, they're worse than they ever were. I love Christian. And he loves me. Yet he's marrying someone else right now, and there's nothing you can do about that.
Is there any way to make you believe that you and Christian were never meant to be?
No. No, that's not possible.
It is possible. You'll see soon. The pain will go away, and God's plan will be made clear to you.
How do you know?
Trust me.
Michael. God, it never works out. I love my mother. She has definitely made my life so much better. You know, but I'm still alone. I want someone to share it with. I want
Christian.
Somebody to love me like a woman, to hold me, and not like Viki does. I'm not a little girl. I mean, I feel like one because I'm alone, and I guess I always will be.
Are you sure?
I don't have anything left to believe in.
Believe in me.
And all your promises.
And all my promises.
Why not? You're all I have.
I was all set to marry Jen, but I mean, all these interruptions.
Look, Chris, you're not married yet. Okay, you can still back out if you want to.
How can I, Antonio? She's having my kid.
I knew that baby was mine. Well, you're just gonna have to go in there and cancel the wedding.
What?
I can't believe it. And we're finally gonna get a chance to be together, Jen.
You've lost your mind. I'm marrying Christian.
Why? He's in love with Natalie. I know that for a fact.
I don't care. I'm marrying him right now, and you're keeping your mouth shut about all this.
No, you can't marry Christian. You're pregnant with my baby. I'm not gonna let it happen.
Oh, yes, you are. Or you're gonna go to prison for setting fire to my house and nearly killing me.
Go ahead. I'll go to prison for a couple of years. It'll be fine, knowing that I have a son or a daughter on the outside waiting for me.
Don't bet on it.
Hey, you can't keep me from my kid, all right? I'll gladly sacrifice a couple of years, knowing that when I get out, my kid is waiting for me.
You tell one person that this baby is yours, and I'll make sure there is no baby.
What are you saying that you're gonna do?
I think you know. And I really feel like it's wrong to even think about this, but you're not giving me any choice.
You wouldn't.
I'm still in my first trimester. I could go straight to the clinic right now and put an end to the whole thing.
Are you nuts? Why would you do something like that? Why would you even say something like that?
I didn't want you to raise this baby.
Wait. You mean... You got pregnant on purpose? You dragged me to that hotel room and begged me to make love to you twice so that you could get pregnant with my baby?
Look, sorry. I'm so sorry that he's come back to haunt you.
Hey, I have to get the information somehow.
Is there anything else, Cassie?
No, I have no idea how Mitch was involved with Jessica and...
Natalie.
Natalie. I'm looking forward to meeting her.
Cassie, thank you so much. I know how difficult this was for you, and I know that you did not have to come. Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you.
Can I give you a lift somewhere?
Oh, no. Oh, please, I've got a rental car, and I'm planning on seeing Blair and the kids, and I'm going to forget all about Mitch Lawrence.
Give him my love, will you?
I will. Thank you.
Thanks again.
I'll show myself out.
It just happened, and Christian thinks he's the father.
But that's not the truth.
It is if I say so. I want Christian to be the father of my baby. I love him.
You can't do this. I mean, it's not right. It's not right.
Okay, fine. It's your choice. You can keep quiet about this and let me have the life that I want. You stay out of prison, and your baby lives. If you breathe one word about this to anybody, I'll end everything. Now I'm gonna go inside and marry the man I love. If you know what's good for you, you'll leave me and Christian and our baby alone.
Awesome. You're trying to break me and Jessica up.
Mom, thank God you're here. Have you seen Natalie?
No, darling, what?
I've been looking for her everywhere, and she's not answering her phone. I think she went to Christian's wedding, Mom.
Oh, no. Why would she put herself through that?
I'm worried of what she might do now that she knows that Christian and Jen are really getting married.
I know you're hurting. You think you've lost the love of your life.
I wish I could forget that I ever met him.
You can.
Yeah. I can.
Then do it.
Keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him as long as you both shall live.
No!
There's something I need to say.